Hello, everybody. I get what they say about when you go live on the computer, you don't know if you're live or not. It says I'm live. So, it's Tash here. Oh, now we're live. Okay. Hi. Here I am, as promised. It is part 3 of our Becoming a Bike Goddess Masterclass, and I have been excited all day for sharing my talk that I'm going to do for the True Story Festival, which is happening November the 14th. I'm super excited. As I say, I've been preparing for this since January of last year. Well, January of this year, I think, is really when this process started. I decided that actually what I want is a TV show. And so we're starting out with a talk, and this was we were thinking of doing a TED talk, and instead we've created this amazing story festival that I will be telling you more about as we get closer to it. But if you're popping on, please tell me you're here. Say hi. It's really, really nice to know who's popping on. It doesn't actually seem to be telling me when people are here, so please pop on and pop a comment, and we'll just wait a few moments, get everybody here and popping on, and I will start. So what we're going to do today is I am going to share my talk, which is all about how we think that having fun is about getting better. But what if it is actually in focusing on having more fun that we get to, we get better. Hey Steph, nice to see you. Thanks for popping on. So I will just see. I'm on my computer here, which is totally different to being on my phone, so it's harder to see things. But we will get started. So once I'm started, I'm not going to be able to see comments or anything like that. So I'm just going to run through my talk. And as I say, it's all about having fun, and just that we can change our focus, and really it's not so much about what's going on, it's about what we're thinking about what's going on. So, as I say, if you're popping on, please say hi. Thank you so much for being here. I've been pretty excited all day to, to get this out, and a little nervous because I'm still learning it, and I'm still sort of getting to know how I deliver this. So I'm really excited that you guys are joining me and giving me an opportunity to run through and to feel how it feels doing this in front of real human beings. So let's get started here. All right, this is that moment where you set everything up perfectly, and then there it is. Okay, so what if having more fun is not about getting better? It is in focusing on having fun that you can get better. You know there is no magic formula to fun. It's got nothing to do with money, fitness, bike skills, or how nice your hair is. The people that we see out enjoying the things that we find challenging, frustrating, and hard, it's not that they've got some special gene that we're missing, that they just understand one simple concept. That fun is not something that you have to work hard to achieve. Having fun on your bike, doing the passions and pursuits that light you up, and having everything you ever wanted in your life is as simple as thinking about keeping a smile on your face. In my early 20s, I had one of those experiences that us action, adventure, adrenaline junkies hope will never happen. That moment when someone you love has a horrific crash right in front of your eyes. For me, this experience was when my childhood sweetheart, my best friend, and my snowboarding buddy. I will never forget watching helplessly as he tumbled off the cliff, flipping several times and landing headfirst on a rock. He collapsed over it, and he was making noises no human should ever make, and I hope no one should ever hear from another human. I stood there as he lay broken, and I grappled with knowing that his life would never be the same. That in that one moment, he had rewritten the direction of his life, and he had the opportunity to choose it or fight it. He had broken his back, and we were looking at a completely different future to the one that we had when we started. It is said that you are where you are in your life from the choices that you made along the way. In that moment, witnessing his experience, I was struck with the realization that we don't always get to choose the trail that we're on. We don't get to choose the trail that we take. And even worse, sometimes we think we're on a trail and it turns out to be completely different than we expected. So often when things don't go the way we planned, the way that we wanted them to go, we continue as if nothing has changed, trying to stay on the planned path when everything around us is different. When it comes to action sports, I see two types of people. For me, in biking, this is the women that bike, those that are in it for the freedom and fun. And then there's the biking woman, those that are in it for the rush and the adrenaline. Being a biker becomes part of their identity. Although we each come at a sport, a career, our lives, with a different goal or intention. You know, we might be in it for the freedom or the fun, or maybe we're really here for the adrenaline and the rush. What I've seen is either way, flow is elusive. Either way, the flow on the bike, or honestly, for that matter in life, as I say, it's an elusive concept. One that disappears as soon as we start focusing on what is going on wrong, thinking that we need to fix something before we get to have fun. What if we could switch to thinking it is fun? You know, we start biking with the dream of the wind in our hair and the feeling of being free. But oftentimes, what actually ends up happening is that we create an abusive relationship with our bike. We allow it to become the thing that makes us feel like we're not enough. We forget that when we started, it was all because we wanted to feel the flow. We wanted to feel at one with ourselves and the world. The thing is that we're not on the same trail as everyone else. And we are not facing the same obstacles and we're not going in the same direction. It just looks that way. In reality, we're all struggling to ride our own trails, dealing with the consequences of our choices and our actions. And we get stuck thinking that we are doing it all wrong because it's harder than we expected. We must be on the other trail. We must be on the wrong trail. Other people are doing it better. They've got it right. We're on the wrong trail. It is in this moment that it's our choice to either enjoy the ride or fight, struggle, and be in pain because we think we should be doing it different. Better. Be like everyone else. The thing is that in this moment we're choosing to see the struggle. We are choosing to believe that we need to do it differently. We think that there is something to fix before we can have fun. And all this means is we deny the joy that the moment can give us. You will never be as good as you are right now. You'll never be as young as you are right now. And if you are trying to fix what is wrong on your bike, in your skiing, in your rock climbing, in your passion pursuit, whatever it is, you are probably not having fun on the trail or on your life. Before I knew this, I just wanted to help people get better at biking. If they could learn the skills and get stronger, then they could get better and then they would have fun. What I discovered was that by trying to fix how they were doing it wrong, we were focusing on making it worse. While I was listening to my students, what I heard was that they were focusing on the obstacles. They were focusing on their fear. They were focusing on what could go wrong, and it paralyzed them. Instead of getting better, having more fun, they got frustrated, they got angry, and they felt defeated, thinking that there was something wrong with them, that they were the reason it wasn't working. I'm telling you this to highlight that it's our choice. We get to choose the pain and the fear, or the joy and the fun. The thing is holding on to the fear so that when you get scared it doesn't surprise you, that makes no sense. The question I want you to ask yourself is, how painful will you make it? Will you let it become before you change direction and look at how you can succeed versus on where you can fail? Now, the truth is, this is not new information. We know this. The thing is how often do you get to experience it viscerally, in the moment, in real time? Change your focus, or crash. Right now, I just want to invite you to take a moment to close your eyes. And I want you to imagine yourself. You're on your bike, you're heading downhill, you're riding the trail, and up ahead you see a tree coming. You can feel the wind in your face, the flow, everything's going, but there's a tree and it's getting closer. It's coming at you fast and you cannot see another way. You're focusing on the tree. You can see the tree. You can feel you start to panic. Out of the corner of your eyes, you start to see that the trail looks like maybe it's going off in the other direction. Can you see it? You're already looking at the trail. You're already focusing on the way out. You turn, you follow the trail. Woohoo! You can feel the joy, the flow, the sense of the moment coming back as you leave the panic behind and you keep going down the trail. Changing your focus, being in the moment. You can open your eyes now. What I love about biking is that the experience is instant. And it is as easy as refocusing on success and thinking about smiling when things get challenging to make it fun. I've spent thousands of hours working with people learning to bike, snowboard, push out of their comfort zones, and work through their fear, doubt, and anger. What I have seen is that it is in the experience, the physical experience of pushing through, feeling courage, that we find our edges. And once we know where our edges are, we get to see how far we can expand them. It is in these edges, in the frustrations, that we have our greatest opportunity to go deeper, to take our power back and work through the experiences. When we don't know where the edges are, we are scared that we will fall, fail, crash. It's like, have you ever tried smiling while doing something scary? There's this moment where the voice in your head gets really confused. Hold on, you're smiling, but you're scared, but you're terrified. Biking's scary. Why are you smiling? Are you having fun? Maybe we're having fun. Are we having fun? Oh, okay. It's like the smile gives the brain permission to have fun. It's the message is that you can relax, you can let go, you can enjoy the ride. When I was about 11 years of age, I was trying to figure out who I was in the world. I mean, what 11-year-old teenager isn't, or almost teenager. And I remember being told that guys liked the sporty chick, that guys were more into the girls that got out and did cool stuff than the ones that worried about the makeup and the hair. So I really stepped into that space, and I made it my reality. Got it. Be super cool, sporty spice. Be really good at all the things, and you'll be loved and accepted. So I spent a lot of time trying to fit that mold of action Barbie. If I was good, then I'd be accepted. I worked so hard at doing all the fun things, living the fun life. I was doing it all. Yet I was constantly frustrated that no matter how hard I tried, how much better I got, how many people told me I was good, it didn't feel like enough, that I was enough. There was always someone better, someone prettier, someone thinner, someone cooler. I was doing all of the things, and not only was I not cool, I wasn't having any fun. It made no sense. Truth is, as humans, we want to feel fully whole and aligned. We want to feel like we're on the right trail, that we're going in the right direction, to feel like we're dancing. And that's where the fun starts. The smile becomes real when we are fully whole and aligned, when it is about the fun. The only way to create the dream life is to accept that you are already living it, to choose your experience instead of being dictated by it. A few years back, my big brother told me that I needed to grow up, that I was doing it all wrong, that I needed to get better at business, I needed to make more money, and I needed to live in a nicer house. Well, big bro's looking out for me, so I focused on growing up, and everything stopped working. I had the proper business, I had more money, and a nice expensive rental house, not to mention the car. And I was miserable. I was tired, and I was lonely, and I felt like a fraud. I remember waking up and realizing that I was doing it all wrong. My focus was off, and I'd gone from believing in magic to believing in struggle. In reality, we come out into this world in a complete, joyful, playful state of mind, free of expectations, free of all of the ways that we can fail, the ways that we can look silly, mess up, do it wrong. And if we can just come back to that space, if we can just remember that it's supposed to be fun, now, here, regardless of what you are doing, what is going on, it is a journey, an adventure into the unknown, the wind in your hair, the sun on your face, knowing that anything is possible. Because the truth is, and as cliche as it may sound, life is kind of like riding a bike. We can feel free as a bird. We can feel the pure joy for life. Imagine if you could just be in that moment every time you rolled out the door. Magic would happen. And not just on the ride, but throughout your life. You know, it's really just about starting with a smile. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. I hope you enjoyed that. I don't know if anyone was here watching, but anybody that catches the replay, please hashtag BGH. Let me know that you were here. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to hear any thoughts on the idea of just stepping into fun, stepping into having, that space for yourself, because that's what it's all about. And this is the conversation that I am stepping into, both with our new programs that we're coming up with the Better Go Hard, really bringing this aspect of fun back into where we want to be, and really just stepping into the reality that it's not about fighting. It's not about getting angry that you didn't do that thing. It's not about feeling like you're not enough. It's not about any of it. We are human beings. We are here to experience it all. And if we can just connect with ourselves, and we can just connect with the things that we're wanting to do, with our dreams, with our goals, with just stepping into our power, and knowing that if we follow our heart, and we have the opportunity of making every experience our experience. We have the opportunity to not be dictated by our experiences, but to actually dictate how we feel about the experiences. What is the story that you're going to tell about what happened today, or tomorrow, or the next day? So my Bike Confidence Mastery course is starting on Wednesday. We have a few more spots available. It is going to be epic. I'm really excited to go through this course, to teach this course, and also go through this course myself, and just really work through all these pieces, bring out the bits of our confidence that are not working for us. And this is a program that is about bike skills, and it's really about digging into the headspace. It's really about seeing that so much of the skill stuff won't stick, and the skill stuff doesn't work when we come from a place of lack, when we come from a place of not enoughness. So when we can step into our wholeness, when we can really get excited about what we're able to do, then we can step into the ability of doing more. And really, that's all we want to do. It's not about getting better. It's not about forcing ourselves to do the things, to learn all the skills, to be a better rider, to do those cool things on your bike. It's about stepping into the enjoyment of the ride. About saying, I want to go for a bike ride, I want to have fun. And you'll notice that fun becomes challenging yourself more. It's just like life, right? If you step into a project or a challenge or something, and you're fully, wholeheartedly in there, you're going to feel so lit up that you have the courage to do more than what you would otherwise do. And just on that's me right now. I got no one watching right at this moment in time. I have come on, I'm in my Better Go Hard group. I wanted to present this talk, and I really wanted to share it live. And I wanted to step through the fear that I might stumble, which I did. I want to step through the fear that if I don't memorize these words, I'm going to have to read it from a script. And you know what? That's what I did tonight. And I've got half of it in there. And by the time I have to present, I think I'll be there. But everything we do in life is an opportunity to really push those edges and stretch to see what we can do and see what's on the other side. Sometimes we fumble, sometimes we fall, sometimes we fall off our bicycles, and sometimes we get injured. And it is all about having the courage to just keep going. I had an amazing session with a friend of mine the other day, and she told me that I was on track to have all my dreams come true. And sometimes it was going to be a little shaky. Not shaky in a bad way, but it's not always smooth. And that's because we have to learn all those things first before we can have all the things we want. So before you're able to do the double black diamond, you've got to have those challenges on the black diamond and on the blue and on the green so that you know how to deal with them when you're dealing with them in a double black diamond. Okay, so Bike Confidence Mastery starts on October the 21st. We have a maximum of 20 spots. We are over half full. I think there's 5 or 6 spots left. It is going to be magical. It is going to change the conversation that you're having on your bicycle. We have an amazing deal for this first round. And I'm super excited. If you'd like to find out more about my philosophy, find out more about how I'm changing the conversation on the trails, then join me for this course. Step into my world, and I promise you that everything will change. It's not about fighting. It's just about flipping the switch and changing where we pull our power from. All right. That's enough for this evening. You guys all have a fabulous Monday night. Please, if you're catching the replay, #BettyGoHard. Go check out bettygohard.com, and we will see you all on the flip side, other side of this rainy, snowy weather, which might be more rainy, snowy weather. It might just snowy weather. Tell me if you've been out for a bike ride. I would love to hear from you all. Have a fabulous day. You matter. You are an amazing biker. You are everything that you want to be. When we work together to rise together, when we know that we matter in the world, then we know that we are inspiring other people just by being ourselves. So get out. Give yourself a little bit of courage to go and have more fun on the trail. All right. Love you guys. See you. Bye.